What's going on, guys? It's your boy Sis Rose AK here, and we are going to review Monday Night Raw. Not gonna lie, it took a lot for me to finish this episode of Raw, but nonetheless, we're gonna get straight into it. Let's go. Kicking off the show, we had MVP Bobby Lashley step into the ring, talk about their SummerSlam match with Goldberg, and it really scared me. I thought they would continue this feud. Happily, Goldberg did not come out. And Damian Priest did, which kind of shocked me at first. I was like, why is Damian Priest coming out? He just won a belt. Please don't lose to Bobby. But they actually went in a good direction with it. Him and Bobby had a quick match. Sheamus came in for the beatdown. Drew interfered, had a great tag team match where Bobby walked out on Sheamus. Damian got some good offense, and Drew got a huge pop from the crowd with a Claymore. This then later in the show sets up Bobby Lashley versus Sheamus for next week because Sheamus got on Bobby's face because Bobby's essentially walked out on him. And yeah, that's good opening for the show. I'll give that segment a 3 out of 5. Next up, Doudrop cuts a promo on Eva Marie saying that she only used Eva to get her foot in the door. It doesn't sound like a great babyface to me. And then Eva Marie attacked her. Really not very interested in this part of the show. Really not interested in this feud. They're going to have a match at Raw next week, and I don't even think it's going to have a proper finish. Probably will blow it off at Extreme Rules. Piper Niven is way better than this, so I hope she does get freed from the shackles that is the vortex of Eva Marie, just like Alexa Bliss did, and we will be talking about that next. Karrion Kross then comes out with by far the ugliest piece of ring gear I have ever seen in my life. I will be putting it right over here, and it is absolutely god awful. I don't know what they're doing with this character. Not a bleak mention to his match with Samoa Joe the night before on TakeOver. Not even a mention of NXT as a whole. Not even mentioning why he doesn't come out with the NXT Championship he had every week. Regardless, him and Ricochet had a quick match. Ricochet got some cool offense in like he usually do, but not Samoa Joe. Karrion Kross. You see how forgetful he is that I'm actually forgetting how to say his name? Karrion Kross then puts Ricochet in the cross jacket and taps him out with little to no ease. Again, an okay match. What are you doing with Karrion Kross? What are you doing? Just Vince, watch NXT for once, please. Then you'll understand that you have something good on your hands, something decent. Like, Karrion Kross is a quintessential Vince McMahon guy. Why isn't he getting pushed better? Why isn't he being treated correctly? Vince is fickle. Fickle. And for some reason, anything Triple H created is getting either buried or misused. See Keith Lee, see Rhea Ripley, see etc. and etc. Rhea Ripley, if you say she's not misused, yes she is. Why is she constantly jobbing out to Charlotte? Charlotte has had her time in the spotlight, and just like Becky Lynch, WWE's just putting the belt on a known commodity. Don't know why they're doing that, but yep, we'll just move on to the next part of the show. I don't want to get more angry than I already am. Logan Paul in the next segment where he is on Moist TV, John Morrison's new show, and you immediately knew that this was just a reactionary thing, getting celebrities on the show. Not mad at it. Logan Paul is a heat magnet. He gets heat very well, and I think he was working the crowd, and working me too. I'm not a huge fan of Logan Paul, but end of the day, whatever you can to pop a rating, I guess. We then move on to The Miz and Morrison, just being better than they've ever been. I've seen in a while. They usually are the worst part of Raw, but The Miz blatantly putting down his best friend, so-called best friend. We'll get to the rest of it later. And Morrison finally wising up to The Miz, just mistreating him, was absolutely beautiful. And then Xavier Woods comes out and they start a match, and Xavier Woods and The Miz have a good match. The Miz has his knee worked on by Xavier Woods. Xavier Woods is always a good wrestler. Can't really be mad at an Xavier Woods match. Kofi's nowhere to be seen. We'll probably have to figure that out sometime during the week. And yep, Morrison messes up with interference. Miz gets pinned by Xavier Woods in a roll-up, classic Raw, and The Miz then shockingly, as the performance team, as the commentary team are putting over, beats up his best friend, turning on him essentially with which should have been a bigger angle in my opinion. John Morrison should be a big babyface in the company very soon. Kind of older than he should be, but end of the day, better late than ever. And instead of having the match blow off at Extreme Rules, it's going to happen next week on Raw. Yay! We then cut to backstage where Nikki Cross is gleefully asking very down bad Rhea Ripley to help her face Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler in a tag team match later, which Rhea reluctantly says okay to, but who's keeping count? There's what, 3 iterations of RK Bro? You have Riddle and Randy, you have Mansoor and Mustafa, and now you have Rhea Ripley and Nikki Cross playing the, oh, I'm the reluctant bigger I'm the reluctant cool person, and now I'm the gleeful wide-eyed babyface. Like, it's just repetitive at this point. Like, I thought they'd only repeat matches, now they're repeating gimmicks and storylines. Man, if you don't watch Raw, I don't envy you. I'm watching this only because I have to review it. And if you could hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe, it would probably make me feel better about the despair that I'm in right now. So please tell your friends about this review. We then get the same promo package for Elias, which at this point I don't know what they're doing with him. It's been the same promo package for like 3 weeks, same vignettes, and I hope they do something with Elias. He's fucking jacked. Yeah, and that's yeah, I hope they do something with him. Next, you hear Jinder Mahal's music, and he has a match with Mansoor. Referee catches Mustafa's interference. Mansoor tells Mustafa to stay out the match. Jinder's with Shanky and Veer. Really not much happening here other than Mustafa's trying to tell the story that Mansoor should do things Mustafa's way, and hopefully Mansoor does. But other than that, I guess, like, don't see the point in this match. Really, it's just another heatless match on the show. No reactions from the crowd. Then we get to the segment that should have really pissed me off, but I kind of enjoyed it. Charlotte Flair walks out, talks her shit, tells the crowd that she's the best they have, the most decorated woman in the business, and she probably 100% is. And before you know it, instead of the same old Rhea Ripley and Nikki Ash combination, one of the two, somebody interrupting her, we get Alexa Bliss, fresh out of her amazing feud with Eva Marie and Doudrop. She then tells Charlotte to watch her back. Tells her that Alexa Bliss is watching. With Lily still, which means the merch might have sold. And, kind of happy for the match though. They're both very good in the ring, very good promos. Hopefully we see something nice. Hopefully Alexa Bliss gets a new finisher. I hate that DDT. Hate it. We then get to a tag team match between former Raw Women's Champions, Rhea Ripley and Nikki Ash, versus the tag team of the former Raw Women's, not Raw Women's, but just Women's Tag Team Champions in general, Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax. Just a regular tag team match, can't really be mad at it. I kind of enjoy the whole story that they're telling with Nikki Ash trying to win Rhea Ripley's favor, and I think Rhea teased like turning on her a bunch in the match, which I kind of liked. It kind of popped me a couple times. Not really mad at this match. The babyfaces won convincingly. They're still teasing a Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax breakup. Hopefully, Shayna Baszler is amazing, should be on her own, but I don't think they have anything for her on the main roster. Then we get a heated I should have known promo from John Morrison, who again, John Morrison's great. He should be having a singles run. And instead of giving us this match on a random TV show, they should have waited till the pay-per-view, done a couple more segments. But knowing Raw, they're going to have a non-finish, and then another match, and then a non-finish, and then another match, and then a non-finish, and then another. You get the point. End of the day, Miz Morrison next week, a match that should be meaning more on a throwaway episode of Raw. Ugh. Then we get to the end of Raw. Riddle has balloons, everything galore, and calls out Randy, gives Randy a new scooter, which I absolutely loved. I love how they have like Team Hell No level of like what they like. Randy can't stand Riddle, same way Kane couldn't stand Daniel Bryan, but in this case Riddle's actually throwing himself at Orton and just throwing himself into the friendship, calling him his best bro and everything, and it was a good celebration. AJ Styles comes out with Omos, his professional mic holder. And yeah, AJ and Riddle have a great match. And then the finish was actually kind of good. But I say great match, but we've seen this 1,000 times. They're both great wrestlers. I don't think they're capable of having bad matches. And we didn't need to see this again. I would have rather seen like a squash match or like another, just a good tag team match between like Viking Raiders and Team RK Bro. Or, bring freaking Lucha House Party out of the catering crew. Something, anything. Regardless, they have a good match. Omos gets clobbered by Randy Orton with the scooter, which means he does have use for it. Riddle should have popped for that. I don't know why he didn't. Next thing you know, Riddle hits... AJ with the... Next thing you know, Riddle hits AJ with a V-trigger type thing, like a running knee. Not a running knee, but like a jump, step up knee hit or something. And then hits him with the Bro Derek for the 1, 2, 3. Clean finish, just the way I like it. Then Randy hits AJ with the RKO. They have the pose off again where they're just emoting like a bunch of Fortnite characters. All in all, this Raw wasn't really noteworthy. It felt like not much changed since SummerSlam other than the whole like moving forward of the whole feud with Charlotte and Alexa Bliss starting, and then Damian Priest. Damian Priest is getting a little bit of a push, and I'm really enjoying that. Really do like it. Damian Priest is amazing. He's cool, really cool. Keep him away from Drew though. Or no, give me Sheamus versus Bobby at Extreme Rules. Give me Drew versus Priest. Let Drew do the job for a bit until he gets moved over to SmackDown to face Roman. All in all, by regular wrestling show standards, 2 out of 5. By Raw standards, like 4. Please like this and subscribe this and tell your friends, so I actually have justification for putting myself through watching the show. And yeah, this is the first official weekly review that we're going to be doing on this channel. This is the first weekly review we're doing. It's going to be me, it's going to be my friend Maish, it's going to be my other friend Corey. We will be the jobbers in the Jobbers Corner channel. We will be reviewing shows weekly, so please subscribe, like everything, send this to your friends, and yep, I'm out of here. Decided to do this one solo just to get this out quick, because you know I am the Jobbers Corner champion at the moment. And yeah, I will holler at you in the next time. See you around. Peace.